Namaste, dear souls, and a warm welcome to my space of wisdom. I'm Shalini, the Divine Ambassador, paying my gratitude to all who are listening, understanding, and supporting what I am guided to share here. So, thank you so much. In today's video, I'm going to share how the divine energies are working in our favor behind the scenes. So, please listen to this video patiently and stay till the end, as I can't structure my videos much because it's a channeled information. You can grab important information from all over the video. This video is the second part of the effect of shift in the earth, so please watch part 1 also that I posted last week. This channel belongs to my gurus, so if you would like to help in spreading this information to fellow beings, it's up to you. Now, let's begin with today's video. People think that they know everything that is happening around them, but there is a lot that has been happening behind the scenes and we have no idea about it. As I mentioned in my previous video, part 1 of Earth 2.0, like in any evolution cycle of the universe, currently one yuga cycle of 4 yugas, Satyuga, Treta, Dwapar and Kali Yuga, is entering into the completion phase and is ready for transitioning into heavenly body. Extreme darkness is going to hit the earth soon. Like we humans are pleading God for help in these tough times, similarly planet Earth has also requested for divine help. That's why divine masters, gurus, sages, ancestors and divinity is helping in this big shift. The information I'm sharing here about this shift may not be simply divided as black and white for all of us, because in such huge leaps of universes and planets, there are many aspects and variables that must be considered and understood before applying any information directly on our lives on the planet. Also, being part of the planet that is shifting its consciousness, there will surely be many variables in the life of living beings that are different from one another, that may show different impacts of this particular shift. That's why the individual impact may vary. So use this information as generic information that is telling us about an aspect of a huge shift that is affecting lives and individual experiences. And there is a little warning also. Before using this information in any individual situation, please use your own discernments. Read the channel's disclaimer also carefully, as this channel and myself are not responsible for any legal, professional and personal application on any decisions of your lives. Now let's talk more on the shift in part 2 of the video on future prediction 2024 onwards. To start with the part 1, we know that the shift is about an evolutionary process in the galaxy. As part of evolution process, one cycle of yuga is completing. Due to that, all the planetary bodies across the solar system are changing their positions. Humanity had been noticing some major planetary movements since year 2012, when Mayan calendar changed its time cycle. Why Mayan calendar has impacted the time cycle on Earth? You can check that details on Mayan calendar that has different calendar months and days than usual Georgian calendar. Means Mayan calendar has 13 months in an year, where Georgian calendar has 12 months in a year. That's why the calculation of time cycle changes majorly. It's the actual calendar currently available to calculate time on Earth. Now let's understand movement of the planets and their impact on the end of cycle. We know that the proximity of the sun to Earth is decreasing day by day. There is a shift happening in the whole solar system. This huge shift in the movement and placement of planetary bodies in the Milky Way is impacting lives on all the planets in a big way. I think experienced astrologers can share more on this change and its impact on humans. This video is about the impact of planet Earth with this shift. While the sun gets closer to the Earth, life starts burning of all the accumulated energy. In humans, we can understand it as a release of accumulated karma, and for planet, we can say that the Earth is shedding its accumulated energy, and both are getting purer day by day. In spiritual terms, it's an ascension of a kind for the whole planet that can upgrade the level of pure energy into the whole system, including the ecological cycle. It's easy for energy practitioners and spiritual workers to understand the impact of changes in the energy body than the normal people. Still, let me clarify the meaning of an impact of energy upgrade. So, for easier understanding, the energetic change in any body directly changes the physical body of the particular planet, person, and or solar system. That's how any modality of energy healing like Reiki, etc., work too. This change means that a new energy body of the earth has to be there that has already been created, as I mentioned in part 1 of the video. This earth carry higher vibrations. Gradually, old physical earth energy is dissolving simultaneously. This means that a new earth planet is in infancy on the spiritual plane that is a pure light. Based on Bharatiya Indian history, that spiritual planet can be called, or we can say that the new planet Earth will remain in an astral form until it starts to manifest physically. In simple terms, new Earth has born energetically, that is on an astral plane, that can be called as Swargalok or heaven, where all the Devatas and Devis reside. So the humans will turn into Devi and Devatas to shift themselves to the heaven. Only after Satyug, life starts to shift that gradually keeps dropping further in consciousness in various time cycles of yoga. I have mentioned this in detail in the last video. Kindly watch part 1 to understand this part 2. So overall, in an easy understanding, New Earth is in the formation on a metaphysical level. The individual souls who are raising their frequencies and are eligible to the criteria also mentioned in the previous video are going to populate this new planet Earth. This major shift is going to change lives on the planet where we are currently living. So how these changes are going to affect humans? Let's understand that. There are many speculations in this matter. Some say that due to energetic shift there will be World War III. There are many opinions about the process. Hence here I'm sharing what I'm supposed to share as a divine ambassador. So let's first begin with the most disturbing question of World War III, where many people are manipulating the information as per their limited point of views. Will there be World War III? There is a group of people who wants to disturb the peace on Earth by any means. In fact, this disturbance is already happening in the overall environment on Earth in terms of climate, political and religious and cultural disturbances, etc. This group of influential people wants to initiate Third World War as they want to procure the benefits of it. And the benefits are less people to manage, that will satisfy their ego. They think that reducing the population will help in handling the situational crisis on Earth. So they want to reduce population through media feeding of population control methods and spreading fake information on the need of birth control. They are developing a mindset of having a high population on Earth so that people themselves choose to control the birth of a child. And that's exactly happening also in the current generation. Their intention is to let people think that there are lots of people with less opportunities. This way they can reduce humans that can help them in controlling the population and run countries more effectively. These people intend to develop monopolistic culture where a few people can govern and bring profits through their enterprises. These all are the symptoms of dominant behaviors to have ego-based systems that are based on power and greed. Even in past history, there were more people on the earth and birth rate was beyond normal understanding. Information on this part has been manipulated throughout. The agenda is to stop the incoming population of golden children who are coming to prosper current conditions on earth. These inorganic people have a common purpose, that is to distract humanity from their hidden agendas and mistakes they made in the past and are continue making. They were and are not the right candidates to run certain governing authorities and in the past and present also, they were and are unsuccessful in handling the happenings in the samsara or in the world that uplift the living conditions of lives. The systems and structures built by them were and are non-sustainable as per current era. Their inappropriate decisions were responsible for environmental issues like pollution, global warming, through many means. Their decisions had disturbed the equilibrium of the ecosystem of the planet to the dangerous levels. But as the world is not run by humans' personal will, and we can use free will only for our own individual decisions, hence divine intervention started to happen. It was not the divine's plan for humanity, irrespective of how much these group of people want to disturb Earth and its beings. They won't be successful. Their intentions of having a world war to destroy the planet will be in vain. So the sigh of relief is that Guru says that there will be no World War III. The masters in the invisible are not going to let the war happen in any way. Although destruction will happen in the systems and structures of this material world. I have already mentioned these systems and structures in my book in the year 2021. You can refer to the book for more details on them. Finally, the war and destruction of the planet will not be responsible for mass extinction, but mass extinction can happen by various reasons. You may be curious to know what will happen to the wars which are still going on. How are those going to affect the planet? Or it will be the right question if I say which part of the earth is going to be most affected by these wars. So the gurus say only fights will happen among some countries of Europe and Western regions to resolve the individual mindedness. It will be a war kind of a situation like Mahabharata, or indirectly we can say that Mahabharata is getting played again, but this time the location is European and Western regions. The characters of Mahabharata are placed in Europe, as I mentioned in one of my videos about the location of Mahabharata's character on planet Earth. Pandavas are in Europe. You can find the link of that video in the I button and in the description box too. The countries who will support these fighting regions will also be disturbed due to the influence. Although these countries can choose to support the war victims by different means so that they don't become part of the regional war. In the end, Guru assures that there will be no World War III. At any cost, irrespective of how much disturbances we can experience. That's why they guide us to stay peaceful in any situation, even if we are shown how chaotic the situation may be. To support this chaos, divinity is helping many good souls to get awakened to their reality so that they can contribute as helpers in divine drama. What else is affecting humanity during this shift? There is a big crisis coming in near future, somewhere in and around April 2024, in which there will be a beginning of huge crisis of food, fresh water, medicines, and a lot of health issues. You can relate this with the new upcoming pandemic, as this upcoming situation is intended to reduce the population of old age people and children below 15 years of age. Mainly, again, the children responsible for bringing more golden light. All the dramatic chaos is happening together because of the inorganic intentions of some people who want to disturb the environment and the peace on the planet. Note that the spread of these pandemic viruses may happen through environment only. There is a possibility of 1 to 3 viruses simultaneously spreading that may create confusion which one to treat first. These viruses are intended to be dangerous, but with divine's help, that can be cured easily also. People must take care of their immune system and overcome the herd mentality of fear that people had experienced during last pandemic. Many had to pay big cost for the fear and are still trying to recover from their losses in 2019 pandemic. The emotional chaos. Next we can experience that. Adding to physical issues, there may be an emotional chaos too that may make situations even worse. There are strategies being used through which unsupportive emotions are being generated on the planet both organically and inorganically to keep people engaged. in them, like aggression, fear. These emotions can be caused due to various other factors apart from physical illnesses, like application of artificial intelligence in the area where it is not required just to promote technological advancement. With the ill use of few words like smart and I, minds are conditioned to use certain less required products and services like smart bed, smart switch, or I lock or I game. Various other factors can increase job insecurity, broken relationships, lack of relationships due to related or unrelated factors that will lead to loneliness, depression, loss of money and loved ones, lack of funds for necessity, simultaneously with physical and emotional chaos that can imbalance psychological aspects of life. Natural disasters like flood, lightning, rain, landslides, storms, and earthquakes, etc., also may occur frequently that can be responsible for extinction of some lives. When these situations are running simultaneously, no normal person can remain calm, but still divine wants humanity to be peaceful and keep their faith in higher powers in case people face any such situations. The good news is that people who have not done anything wrong karmically and have been accumulating good karma through lifetimes and are not going to be affected with any such chaotic situations. The major effect can be on those who have done the work against the divine's will and are living an ego-centric life. Some people may get less affected in chaos due to an end in their old karmic cycle as they may be in between the transition of the cycles, but many has already completed them. You can observe that the chaos has already started happening now that can get more rigorous as we move to the year 2025. There is also a possibility that as this chaos will continue slowly and gradually, people may miss to notice incidents, as there will be too many chaotic situations all at once, and some situations may not be given importance over others. Many individual souls may leave the planet as it's the time for the arrival of new soul groups who can support in divine dharma. These souls will keep adding their golden energy to the foundation of new earth of golden era. It's disheartening to say, but if any of us are not contributing to divine dharma, for example, any services to the planet and its living beings, we may be the one who has to leave the planet. What else can happen? Soul swapping can happen. In general understanding of soul swapping, old souls will be swapped with new souls into some people and they can think it as a rebirth or afterlife. For more, you can search on the internet, and if you want to know more, let me know in the comment section. I will make another video on soul swapping. Another challenge humans can face is the game of money. The whole world will be experiencing a huge money game. Divine is going to bless some with a lot of money and wealth. People will have so much that can keep them in greed and power and desires. Some may have that much abundance that can't be handled easily. The divine has a purpose to bless us with this money so that we can spend it for the upliftment of the conditions on earth. People who will use or contribute this money for the upliftment of the living conditions of the beings living on the planet will receive abundance of greater karma, and rest will have to face the consequences of their karma again, and they will enter into a new karmic cycle. As the divine light is approaching on earth, some of us are going to be awakened to the truth of our existence, but many can remain sleeping, as their souls may not be ready to accept the change. The reasons can be many. Next change we can see is bloodline extinction or completion. The fertility is going to be affected on planet. This part may be a little sensitive to those who are going through this completion process of seed germination or fertility issues in their bloodlines, meaning they are affected by childbirth issues, reproductive issues, as these issues can indirectly affect their generation in manifestation on earth too. Extension of many bloodlines came to a halt during the past cycles of lineages. Many lineages were blessed by multiple chances of to complete their divine dharma on earth or soul contracts, but due to various reasons they were unable to do so. that has affected the growth of their particular bloodlines. In such lineages, divine either bless the infertility in the lineage or bless the bloodline with only a female child so that the soul line can be removed completely, as they had not served their divine duty, being given multiple chances. As a disclaimer, please don't apply this information to every lineage or individual who is going through infertility, as this is just one aspect and there is so much more to know before making any decision based on this information. For more information on the same, you can watch the video of Pitrupaksha, means ancestral healing, on my channel. I will add the link in the description box too. If the family is blessed with only female children, people must not think that the female child is not the seed carrier for the lineage, but as per planetary rules and body's composition, females get married to another lineage and gets merged into their lineage for the purpose of procreation. And bloodline expansion happens only in that particular bloodline where she gets merged after marriage. Hence, having a female child also stops the process of expansion in a particular lineage. That's how, in future, many soul groups will vanish from the planet. On the other side, some lineages will flourish with more expansion and many blooms. These are especially the ones who have worked and healed their bloodlines. These rich blooms will bring divine energies to blossom in the future. Due to infertility issues, many women can experience reproductive system malfunction, infertility issues, hormonal imbalances, or having only female children. Both the genders can face marriage-related issues, relationship breakups, incompatibilities during intimacy, issues, hormonal imbalances, etc. Due to increase in Kali Yuga and illusion, some soul groups can promote change in gender. In the long run, gender change will also become a pressing issue in their lives, and on a bigger level, in some countries too, who are promoting the system of gender change. There will be a lot of movements in the upcoming years. As a homecoming, many people may move out of the karmic relationships with people, places, and things. They can leave spouses, parents, and the complete lineage also. That can include everybody in the bloodline, like siblings, uncles, and aunts, etc. Meaning it will be complete cut off of the root family, as the root family's purpose is over. People will update their friend circle, colleagues, as there is a huge karmic cycle shift as well as yuga shift that is happening on the earth with major planetary shifts. A new karmic cycle is prospering with new group of people, places, and things. So don't hesitate if you get a push to leave any such relation, place where you were never respected and appreciated. People may also experience big shifts like job switch, country shift, or location shift within the country with various reasons. On a good note, people will remove many old things from their homes and workplaces, overcome diseases, throw toxins out of their bodies by changing their lifestyle and become much healthier. On a greater side, they may look younger, healthier, live longer than usual, and be prosperous in their bloodlines. This whole shift is happening under the great guidance of higher beings, so there is nothing to worry. Everything is happening for good, and people's free will be respected too in such big changes. As I mentioned in past videos too, in case if people don't want the changes in the place and work and don't want to leave the relationships, the decision will be taken by divine energies respectfully. And accordingly, the changes will be made in people's karmic cycle too. Avoid taking this opportunity of shift to run away from toxic people and situations where people are together to fulfill their karma. If people do so intentionally, they must bear it in another way. So avoid for any such mess in your karmic too. People can use their own intuition and discernment for making decisions for any such changes, as humans are somewhat connected to their intuitions for protection and safety, and they can take their intuition's help for any critical decision making. Next major shift is happening on different planes of existence. The earth has passed through thousands of years during one yuga cycle, due to which there are many spirits. Those are stuck in different parts of the world from various yugas. Now it's time for the planet to upgrade itself, so the living beings on earth and the other planes beyond earth also must upgrade their consciousness. When we talk about beings on earth, we are mostly concerned about humans' upgradation. But during this shift, upgradation is happening on a much bigger level. It's not only for human beings, but with every living being on earth, like network of trees, animals, fungi, insects, soil, everything will be in the process of upgrading. All the elements and elementals in the cosmos are getting an upgradation with the help of divine beings, as Mother Earth Gaia has asked for its fair share of upgradation. Due to this major change, we may experience a lot of energetic drama on Earth, as so many beings are shedding their stuck up energies. So, energies of the Earth may start seeming more negative and darker. So, we need a lot of protection for that. Humans will be more in collaboration with natural changes because survival of the human species is fully dependent on the nature's ecological system. So having an upgradation on both levels has tremendous importance for the shift to happen on Earth. People may have noticed that in this era, some animals from animal kingdom have become intricate part of human lives as their children, caretaker, and friends. Some animals have showed up to humans to give and receive help. Social media has helped to capture such beautiful moments of ecological collaborations where a dog is helping his caregiver more than his own children, and wild animals like elephants have come up to humans to ask for help to take the elephant's child who has fallen into the pit. This collaboration in nature and humans is happening to bring human consciousness to a higher level so that they can use their senses to align themselves with the natural world. Next major change is in the change of world structure. The structures of different systems on earth are going to change forever. These structures are education system, medical, money management, etc. You can refer my book again. I have mentioned everything in detail there. Big corporates who are scaring people by releasing their employees due to artificial intelligence dominance are going to dissolve in social entrepreneurial smaller units. Big universities will change completely or dissolve if they don't change their education style. More Guru Shishya Parampara will come back. Please share in the comments if you want to know more on this topic, as Guru Shishya Parampara is a concept of ancient Hindu education system. In future, there will be a common places to pray without any labels on them or without any relation to any religion and culture. People will be readily available to each other and will become a big part of this shift themselves, as they will be made aware that they are the cause of the change, irrespective of their awarenesses. Although there are many pros and cons to this shift, but much information will not be shared in the media for the public. People who are feeling that the life is chaotic, much related information has already been shared in the videos of Lord Kalkiji and Kali Yuga on the channel. You can watch these videos later after watching this video. The links you can find in the description box too. So are we only ones who are going through such big change? Divine Gurus say we are not the only humans who are experiencing such situations. This kind of incidents has happened in the past earth cycles too, where a lot of ancient ancestors had gone through similar situations. While sharing this information, my ancestors laughed and said, maybe now many of you can understand how tough the life was for them and why we must not take their efforts lightly. We must be grateful for any blessings they left for us and for the blessing they will be sharing in future too. The whole universe is currently working coherently to shift the earth's energy. According to divine energies, this chaotic period of Kali Yuga is serving as a small window of opportunity for humans to release lifetimes of karma and release themselves from the cycle of death and rebirth. This way, humans can indirectly help the release of their ancestors too, who can move forward in their journey. Humans are a collective consciousness outside this dual plane. Collective consciousness simply means is that humanity is never alone and are dependent on ecology around them. While living on the planet, people may not realize this, but outside in the universe, fellow neighbors are very well aware of this truth. That's why many souls across the Milky Way have volunteered to visit and support planet Earth during her ascension. And to support these fellow neighbors, also many highly advanced masters are blessing them too. That's how collective consciousness works outside Earth's reality without any false ego. I'm not sure if we all can understand the importance of this time period, but as I am somewhat aware of myself and the happenings in the universe, I can say that really it's very big, very precious to be on Earth witnessing this shift. We are guided for ourselves and to support the planet and fellow lives in the best ways possible. Because in such major shifting, every life needs support. To support small and big lives on the planet, replenishment of self and others are necessary too. Hence, more people need to be self-reliant in growing food and support farmers in the best suitable manner without letting them rely only on the government policies. These farmers are going to make environment richer by turning soil rich and grow quality food for us in future. The faster we understand this ecological dependency, the better it is for our survival. We must use the process of rainwater harvesting sparingly and start using solar panels and ground energy for free electricity. As per gurus, there are many resources that can help in replenishment of the planet and can be shown as and when they are needed in due time. We are also advised to remain calm in any chaotic situations. Gurus mention that resources will be provided, but we must use them with calmness in the mind, or else we will miss to utilize them. We are asked to start living like our ancestors with simplicity and by showing respect to the planet. We must contribute to planet's replenishment by recycling, planting more trees, shrubs, and work towards bringing back the balance in the ecology of the planet. For the balance, start feeding the fellow beings like birds, bees, insects, spiders, wild animals, as they all are the chain in the ecological setup. Their out of the ordinary help is kept secret for a long time from us, and now this whole ecology needs its own time to recover back in the prosperous situation. We must aim to develop a new Earth's ecology based on love, care, and a lot of compassion to the whole environment. We can only understand the situation of Mother Earth if we can relate her with an actual female in our lives, like our mothers, sisters, wives, etc. During a female menstrual cycle, female needs a lot of care, rest, and compassion from her family as she goes through imbalanced hormones, mood swings, and other bodily changes due to the shedding of the inner lining of her womb. Similarly, during this shift, Mother Earth is also bleeding and shedding the inner lining of her womb. We can imagine the healing she requires now. As she is shedding unwanted energies from her system, she is in the state of mood swings and chaos. We must keep patience, provide care for her, and give her a proper time to recover from the same cycle as a female in your life needs some time to recover from the same cycle. Once Mother Earth is out of this cycle, she will be more fertile and let us use her womb again for more beautiful manifestations. By now, we know that the fights and wars will happen only in certain parts of the world to break individual consciousness. That's why chaos is obvious. Is there something good in all this chaos? There will be many good things happening as people are coming together. Old rotten systems and structures are changing. People are awakening to the truth, leaving ego consciousness, achieving more prosperity, abundance, health, love, and togetherness. Now you may ask, how about people who don't want the change? And can everyone expect to experience the same goodness of golden age? So the answer is maybe not, as the grace will be on those who were working hard on their purpose and their work is aligned with divine dharma. So clearly not everyone will be blessed with golden age. There will be times when you were forced to change for good. That's the call on individual basis. If people really want to be in the alignment, they must choose spirit consciousness. Apart from this information, there will be many other changes too that I can share in a separate video in future. For now, I think these changes are more than enough to digest. With this amazing guidance, I'm thanking my gurus and divine energies, signing off. Much love. Namaste.